Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Gypsy Shiva, and today I'm gonna show you 10 crazy yoga asanas or the advanced postures of yoga asanas. So to start with, I'm showing you first one is the wheel pose or chakra asana. You just need to stretch your body out in this, and this asana helps to strengthen the back and increase the elasticity of the spine. Builds stamina, it removes dullness from the body, it relieves stress, it has many benefits. Keep doing this asana. The second asana that I'm going to show you is Padangusht asana. Is one leg squatted pose, and this asana is very good as it strengthens the ankle and foot muscles and is therefore beneficial for fallen arcs and flat feet. Improves sense of balance and ability to concentrate. So improves concentration also. Basically, in this you just have to get down with one leg, put the other leg above the thigh, and then you have to balance it. As soon as you balance it, you need to join your hands, and it helps you to a lot of concentration. So it's very good for concentration, and you have to switch legs and do it with both the legs for the best results. The next asana that I'm going to show you is Bakasana. It's also called crow pose. This crow pose is one of my favorite pose as it improves concentration a lot, and it also helps to strengthen your arms. So it strengthens your arms and wrists, strengthen the upper back, strengthen the abdominal muscles, opens the groins, tones the abdominal organ, and obviously improves concentration. This is the easy crow pose. After this, I'm going to show you the advanced variation of the same crow pose. In this, you just need to lift your legs above your elbows, and you just need to rest your legs there, your knees there basically, and then you need to move forward a little bit to get into this asana. After you get into this asana, you just need to maintain the balance as long as possible, as long as you feel comfortable. This is the advanced asana. In this, I am putting my knees more inside and more up towards the shoulder, and it is more up than elbow. It is between the elbow and the shoulder, and in this you go a little more height, and it's a little more difficult to balance and hold. The next asana I'm going to tell you is Shirsasana. In this, you need to make a triangle with your hands. Join your hands and make a triangle with your elbows and your hand. And then you need to just go up with your legs one by one, and you need to balance it here. This asana is called Shirsasana or headstand. I am also going to show you one variation regarding the same asanas. And you can, once you can just get into this asana, then you can also move into variation by moving your legs round or in parallel direction or in a positive direction, and or stretch your legs apart. So all this you can do in this asana. This asana is very good. It relieves stress, it increases focus, it improves blood flow to the eyes and the brain, increase blood flow to the head and the scalp, strengthen shoulders and arms, improve digestion, helps flush out adrenal glands and decrease fluid buildup in the legs, ankles, and feet. So this asana is overall basically when you are getting into one reverse inverted asana, then obviously it's gonna improve the blood circulation into your brain. This asana you can do with one more variation by not joining your hands and making it a triangle. You can just put it separately, and as you can see, you can just go on your hand and your palm, on the weight of your hand and on the palm and your head. And this asana is very good, very good, very good. Do try this asana. It's very easy. If you are feeling afraid to try this asana, just use some thing behind. So guys, the next asana I'm going to show you is Bhumi Padmastak asana. This is also called half stand pose. You just need to put your head and make a triangle, make a mountain, and with your hands behind. And this has been very good variation of Shishasana. Next asana that I'm going to show you is shoulder stand, or it's also called Sarvang asana. This is the Saral Sarvang asana. One you can just do more easily is the Saral or the easy stand, and one that you stretch it more upward is called Sarvang asana, the basic Sarvang asana. That is, it calms the brain, helps relieve stress and relieve mild depression. It stimulates thyroid and prostate glands and abdominal organs, stretches the shoulder and neck, tones your legs and buttocks, improves digestion, helps relieve the simple symptoms of menopause, and reduces fatigue, alleviates insomnia, therapeutic for asthma, infertility, and sinusitis. So one asana with a complete bag. You need to do this asana every day. It's very good for your blood circulation also into the head. And after this, I'm going to show you one more advanced variation of this. This is called candle pose, or this is more difficult of the Sarvangasana, in which you just use your shoulder and your head to balance. The next asana I'm going to tell you about is the halasana, or the pluff pose. This asana is very good, very good, very good to calm your brain. It stimulates the abdominal organs and thyroid gland. You just need to put your legs behind, and after Sarvangasana you just need to touch the ground with your legs. Slowly you can be able to do it, and you just need to touch the ground, and that's it. That's how you to do it, how you do it. And it stretches the shoulder and spine, relieve the symptoms of menopause, again reduces fatigue, therapeutic for backache, headache, infertility, and more. Next is just the variation of Sarvangasana. In the Sarvangasana, you can do many things. In shoulder stand, basically, you can play with your body in many parts. You can touch your one leg knee to other and keep the other one parallel to the ground, straight up. So this different asanas help you a lot, and it's just Sarvangasana that can be done in so many ways. So it's a very good asana. It's very good for your whole body, and it also helps in balancing. It also helps in increasing your blood flow to the mind and many more things. The next asana I'm going to talk to you about is locust pose or Salabhasana. I have already showed you in one of the videos. It's for back pain. It strengthens the muscle of the spine, buttocks and backs of the arms and the legs. Stretches the shoulder, chest, belly and thighs. Improves posture, stimulates abdominal organ, helps relieve stress. So this is one of the most good asanas that I can tell you for back. First you need to do it with one leg, and then when you are comfortable you just need to go it for complete both legs. You're gonna need take a leap of faith and just go up. This is very good to strengthen your back, as you can see in the posture in the video. The next up I'm going to talk to you about is variation of Sarvangasana basically, and in this I'm going to go in Padmasana or lotus pose first, and then I'm going to go back and do Sarvangasana using my hands. So it's basically a shoulder stand with my legs folded, and this is also very good to improve your thighs and also improve your buttocks, hips, and also opens your hips and also helps all the benefits of Sarvangasana.